diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes with the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think goes a long way. And who wins this one?
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Concepcion. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Using his legs, it's Moss.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed run. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end.
Brings into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They're setting up the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
He wants to change this route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got his man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's now 4th and goal.
And they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. There's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Turning it on. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown tie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give to the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Lost a throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They had to kick a field goal on their first drive. They really need to punch it in the end zone on this one on 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Young. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That little swing pass to the right was high percentage, low productivity.
And you see this a lot in college football. This is like a run. This is an outside run. I'm going to dump it to the running back really quickly to try to get him on the perimeter in space. It didn't work. The defense was ready for it. Came up and made a nice tackle.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Russell. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. He might want another play. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Moss. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, they were able to get the sack.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Pulls and fired complete. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going to the run to start this second half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got his man. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividend.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Charlotte. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll do it himself. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Trying play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Hale. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy
picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fires on the move. Got him downfield. There he goes. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Rides to back and leaves it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Reed. Escapes the sack. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Now they'll run it to the right here. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last two drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Handoff to the single back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He'll keep it himself. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Quick completion to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Quarterback moving. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Hale. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense set on first down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense. From the gun. Moving away from pressure. He'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Young. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality.